Hi party people, it's Randy for Thunderhorse Descendant. I am here with project number 4 from our Bargain Box mini series. Well, this is the little green one. So we're gonna start working on this little tiny green one. Project number 4, it is a necklace. I'm actually super excited about it. I haven't, since I've been back, I haven't actually done a lot of beading. So I am excited to get going on some of this Bargain Bead Box stuff, and we've got what, 3 projects after this one. So here we go, down to the mat, get this party started. Alright guys, here we are on the mat. I have gotten the beads out. This is what was in the little green pack that we had made. I am going to be using some 19 strand Beadalon. Is this the right? No. 19 strand Beadalon. Here it is. 19 strand Beadalon wire for bead stringing. So that's what this looks like. It is 0.015 inches or 0.38 millimeters. And I have cut myself about a 20-inch piece for both sides. You're not going to need that much, but it's better for me to be safe than sorry. So, depending on how long you want to make your necklace. So to get this started, let me just show you, zoom in a little bit. To get this started, all I'm doing is I've put the leaf on. I've got my crimp bead on there. I'm going to go back through the crimp bead. So I've got a little loop like so. And we're going to crimp it. Easy peasy. So with my crimper, here I am with my crimper. So you can see in the crimper how it has the little crimp portion closest to me, the lips, and then the eyes. Okay, lips, eyes. So we're first going to take it and we're going to make sure it is not twisted. And we're going to go with the lip side. So that's the one closest to you. Make sure it is not twisted and make sure our loop is not tight. I'm pulling it all over the place. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm going to squish it. Then we're going to take it out of there. We're going to turn it sideways and put it into the eye. This is going to make the metal roll over onto itself and give you that nice good crimp. So you can do the pull test. You should be good to go there. So that is where we're going to start. So in essence, we're starting in the middle of this necklace. Now, my first little design element was like so, and then moving into the darker crystals. So there was a question of whether I wanted to put a crystal right next to this, so I'm going to see how it looks. Actually, I'm going to bring my camera down a little bit so I don't have to reach so far out of my way. Okay. Then this guy. And this one. And the other barrel bead. I think having that green one on there is going to be fine. Yeah, I'm going to keep him there. Okay, so then I'm going to put on my tiger's eye barrel bead. Now at this point, I have to stop and I have to figure out how many actual green crystals of these star cut kind that I really have for each side. So here's 3, 2, 2. I've already got 3 down here. Okay, so I actually have 2, 4, 6, 7. 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay, with not counting these 3 that I've already got on here. So I'm going to put on these 7. Okay. We're looking pretty spectacular here. Looking pretty good. So now, I know that I'm going to have enough of these light green ones to go as far as I'd like, because I have a whole strand, but I do want to taper in these little spacers. So I'm going to go ahead and count those out for each side. So I got 4, 4, to make sure it's even, because there's nothing worse than getting into your project and then you're like, I don't have a bead. So there's one extra random one for some reason. We'll just put him over there. So now I know these are for this side. We'll zoom back in. And we're going to just continue on. And the first thing I'm going to do is put on one of these green ones. And then a spacer. And I'm just going to keep going like this until I run out of spacers. And I know I won't have enough to get to the top of the necklace. So when I run out of spacers, I will just then use straight up the green beads. Yeah, that's going to be cute. I would love to hear how you guys are doing with your bargain bead box for the month of November in the comments area. As I've said numerous times, just came back from family emergency, and I am actually going to be going back again. So I thought I would get this little mini series completed because I really felt bad about just taking off in the middle of it, but it is what it is. So I wonder if people already finished up their boxes, or you know, did you try some different stuff? I would love to know, and see photos. If you want to come on over to the Thunderhorse Descendant Facebook group, you can go ahead and post your photos in there so I can see. Alrighty, let me zoom you out a little bit. So this is how we're looking. I'm pretty happy with this. I rewatched the little video when I was making the plan, and I could see that there was a little bit of, I was like, what do I want to do with this? But I think this is cute. I'm going to get my froggy tape. So I only need, I'm going to go ahead and say 18 inches. So I'll do probably 17 and a half. So I only really need about, you guys can't see, but I really only need about maybe 2 inches more of beads. So I'm just going to use 2 inches of the green beads here. Which is probably like maybe 10. We'll see. 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. Okay, let's try her again. Maybe another inch. Yeah, that's looking pretty good, because by the time we get our clasp on, that's going to give us a little extra length as well. So in total here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 19. I have 19 of the just straight green beads on. So I know you're like, 19, why not just make it 20? I could, but I'm not gonna. So this is what she looks like. I mean, it's pretty good. I really enjoy the pattern. I am going to go ahead and fast forward through the rest of the other side, since you've already seen me make it. And then we'll get the clasp on and I'll show you the finished works. All right, guys, here we are. We're going to put the clasp on. So I am going into my own findings here. These did not come from Bargain Bead Box. I am going to grab up 2 crimp beads. And also in here, I'm going to get 2 wire guardians. And I'm going to get 4 bead covers. So if you're wondering about these, I am going to be restocking them on Monday on Thunderhorse Descendant. We try to carry them all the time. These are 3mm bead covers. Can't see anything. These are 3mm bead covers in copper and with the matching horseshoes. I call them horseshoes, wire guardians. So all we're going to do here to finish this up is, just going to put that on there so I don't lose it. So we're going to take our crimp bead, put that on there. We're going to go with the wire guardian through one side, around down the other side, like so, back through the crimp bead, and I go into a couple beads. That's a personal preference. You do what you want. I just think that it's nice because it kind of hides the tail, keeps the tail, you know, down so it doesn't jump out and poke anybody, that kind of thing. So before I go crimping and doing all kinds of stuff here, I need to, let me move you out a little bit. I need to get this, ooh, that's too much. I need to get this slightly arranged. I'm going to just trim that off. Because I am going to have a bead cover down here on this crimp bead. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that on. The reason for this is when you put on bead covers, it is going to take up a little bit of space. A few millimeters, not much, but a little bit of space. So I want to make sure that I got that on there. And then also, I want my beads to be able to move a little bit. If they're too stiff, when you know, are like, you should be able to wrap your necklace up and it's not going to break off or cut any, you know, pop a bead across the room or anything. So our beads do have to be able to breathe a little bit. And I'm going to leave a little space here because I am also going to use a bead cover, which again is going to take up a little bit of space. So let me just get that where I want it. And we're crimping. Felt like that one twisted a little bit. Oh, no, it went. Then I'm going to trim. And I'm going to put on the second bead cover. Ooh. There we go. There we go. So that side is done. I'll show you what it looks like. Looks like this. Okay, so I'm just going to do that on the other side. And I'll be right back. Okay, guys, we have finished that portion. And I am going to just put on the clasp. Again, I didn't have any of the toggles left. So I am using one from a past box. I'm going to use one of these oval C's I was talking about in the last video to put the clasp on. Sometimes they get hooked together. And we're just going to put this jump ring right onto the horseshoe and then add our clasp. So this is what they call a cold connection because the piece itself is attached with a jump ring. That is considered a cold connection. I like a cold connection, especially if you're selling jewelry, because that gives you a little leeway as to add more jump rings if you have to make something a little bigger or to extend something. That is just a personal preference for myself. A lot of people I know like to do a warm connection because then the security, they feel, you know, as the security is better. But honestly, those jump rings that I use are pretty secure, so I am pretty happy with how this has turned out. So there she is. I dig it. I will get you a few photos to put in the end of the video here, but I hope you guys are enjoying these little videos from the mini series, and we've got a few more left to do. I'm excited about doing those. So if you would please give this video a like, a comment, subscribe, that would be wonderful. It really helps out the channel a lot. Leave me your comment. Let me know if you were into this green. I was kind of into it. Kind of like it. So I hope you guys are having a super amazing, wonderful, fantastic, spectacular, amazing beading day. And I'm sending you all the good beady vibes. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.